let's just get into it. March 12th, 2018. But on Monday, as you can see, the rain is starting to clear out and move to the east, and that gives some way for some instability to come in here with that low pressure system just to the north of Missouri. And as you can tell, I mean, we got over 1,000 joules, and that's about over 1,500 in parts of western Alabama and central Mississippi. But you also got to keep in mind that this is a week in the future, and this can and probably will change. I'm kind of just throwing it out there because I need somewhere to vent out on weather. But so I'm kind of venting out here. But this is something to watch, this system. I'm saying the system will occur, but I don't know about any severe weather possibilities. But just adding on to it, let's see, that is Monday afternoon, late afternoon, and this is the supercell composite at midnight that night. And yeah, the numbers are pretty good with the cold front all the way back in Arkansas. So you have some pretty good chances right there. But at the same time, I'm not saying, and I tell myself this is probably not going to happen because it's not. I don't think it's going to happen right now. But this I'm just throwing it out there that there probably will be rain Monday and Tuesday. But right now I'm not going to say anything about severe weather. But it is on the table, and it probably will change when the next model is coming in anyway. March 14th, 2018. On Monday, actually moves to the south of Kansas City. Doesn't weaken or anything, but as you can tell, there's some convection on the south part of Alabama, which does mean that would be blocking any severe weather that would get to here. But there is some instability, and as you can see, the convection is holding off a bit of the instability. But there is some instability, so I'm going to watch Monday. I'm not going to say anything now, but I'm going to watch Monday. Hello everybody, it's Harrison. I'm back with the March 15th NoodleWeather video. We got all of a sudden, it's looking kind of exciting. So let's sit back and I'll show you what's going on. March 15th, 2018. This is Monday morning, and this is a huge part of this system. There's convection, as you can tell. A lot of convection coming in here. At that point, it's in central Mississippi, moving into Alabama at that point. If that thing stalls out, then our severe weather risk the next day kind of stops. But this thing, the GFS, says this part of this convection is going to get out of here. That's that afternoon, Monday afternoon. As you can tell, it's clearing out, and there's only very scattered and isolated rain showers in the southern part of the state, which gives way for some instability. And as you can see, it moves out. And here's the instability. This is 3 p.m. on Monday. And that's pretty good. That's over 1,000 millibars, and that's pretty sufficient. But as you can tell, the southern half of the state, a little bit more sufficient. But this is the supercell composite from the GFS. That is at 3 p.m. Monday, and it maxes out, I think, at 9.4 near just north of Tuscaloosa. So that's something to keep an eye on. It doesn't really match up with the instability, but I mean, that's something definitely to watch. And Monday, we could have some severe weather. And look at this. This is crazy. We got a PDS tornado as a potential hazard type. That's the sounding off the GFS near Tuscaloosa. I think north of Tuscaloosa, Hackleburg. That's where I took it, Hackleburg. That's a PDS tornado of the potential hazard type. But I don't want to scare anybody, obviously, because, again, this is 5 days in the future, and this probably will change. So I don't really expect anything big, giant on Monday, but watch, I think we could have some strong to severe storms on Monday, depending on where that convection kind of, levels out. Hey guys, Harrison here. This is going to be an exciting edition of NoodleWeather. The North American mesoscale model has completely blown up on Monday. The GFS is getting a little bit more excited about Monday. And there's a lot of severe weather talk around the country to talk about. a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. March 16th, 2018. Day 4 is our day. We are outlined in a 15% chance for severe weather. And we'll get into that later, but most of Alabama, as you can see, is under that risk. Here's Monday, though, and there's that rain. It moves through first. The convection looking weaker and weaker every model. But a 993 millibar low is on the Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri border, right there on the kind of like the crossroads of all the states. And that is a good look for severe weather. And as you can see, there's still there's storms forming on that line right there. And this is the late evening of Monday, and that looks pretty bad. You have a 992 millibar low in southeastern Missouri, and it doesn't look more classic than that. That looks pretty bad. We'll look, and wow, the NAM, the North American Mesoscale, it says just clearly over 2,000 joules per kilogram, and there's parts where it's 3,000 joules. That's north, just a little bullseye right there, north of the Tennessee border, and a big part, a big slice of central Alabama is over 3,000 joules per kilogram. And that's pretty sufficient for severe storms. I don't even have to say that, but look at this. This is the big thing right here. This is the supercell composite. At the same time, that is over, 15 or 20? That's 15 to 20 over northwest Alabama. That is crazy, and that looks pretty bad. You look at that, that's a big range for supercells, and that's one more hour later, the supercell composite. And look at that, over northern Limestone County, northern Madison County, you have what is that, 30? That is absolutely incredible. And of course, this probably will change and it won't be this significant, but right now the NAM is showing that we really need to pay attention to Monday. This is the significant tornado parameter, and it maxes out in northeastern Alabama. Right there is blue. It gets all the way to 10. I looked at that. That's 12. So obviously we need to look and watch Monday, because Monday right now looks kind of bad if you're looking at the NAM. And of course the new model runs are going to come in, but I expect some sort of severe weather event on Monday, whether it's weak or it's really strong. We need to watch Monday, pay attention to it, and we'll wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is where we get a little bit more closer into it, and we can actually start to pinpoint specifics. But day after that, Sunday, is where we can really, really get into it. Hey guys, welcome to this special edition of NoodleWeather. Well, not really special edition officially, but this is a pretty special edition. We do have a chance of a big weather event on Monday. We're going to have to keep our eye on it, and I'll get into it in just a second. So let's go. March 17th, 2018. And this is our day. This is Monday, March 19th. We're under a slight risk. Almost the entire state is under a slight risk, besides the extreme southwestern part of the state. And I mean, that's pretty good. That looks pretty dangerous for a day 3. And you look closer into that, we do have a significant chance, or a chance for significant severe weather right there outlined for the northern part of Alabama and parts of Georgia and Middle Tennessee. So I'll get into that around 4, 5, or 6, and the low is at Memphis. And you can see there's some storms trying to form in northern Mississippi, and by midnight or near midnight, the entire state is basically covered in some rain, storms, severe thunderstorms. Let's see. This is 4, 5, 6 o'clock on Monday, and we have 2,000 joules per kilogram for most of the state. And that's obviously very sufficient for some severe weather. This is 3 hours later from any of those given points or given times. Again, it gets a little strong. You get 3,000 joules per kilogram in the extreme southeastern part of the state, and the northern half of the state, there are some 3,000 joules or 2,000 joules per per kilogram, and then that moves out by midnight. And this is the NAM, and the NAM's really good at those short-term instability and all those convective stuff. This is the supercell composite off the NAM, and it maxes out around the extreme northeastern tip of Mississippi and parts of northwest Alabama. And you see Limestone County and Birmingham Points North is basically, I mean, 4 to 7 on the supercell composite is not that bad at all. And then it just maxes out. There we go, right there. Just a lot. Like basically the whole northern half of the state, it has a 10 or more, or 7 or more on the supercell composite, which is just crazy. And this is 18Z. This is around 4, 5, 6 o'clock on Monday. And there's the significant tornado parameter. And anything over 2 is pretty significant. And right there, you got another bullseye right there in northwestern Alabama and northeastern Mississippi. And so basically, and I'll go back to that, basically Monday has the potential to be maybe a rough day. Now, we don't know all the specifics and where the highest risk is going to be. We don't know. We don't know right now. We will see soon, and tomorrow we'll probably have a bigger and a better look at this. We'll be able to understand what's going on. But for now, it does look like we could have some bad storms on Monday, and that would include large hail. That's a big one. Large hail, very, very gusty winds, and some tornadoes. And right now, if we were given this, 1 or 2 might be strong. Now, again, I'm not giving you a forecast right now. I'm saying right now it looks like Monday. Right now it looks like Monday is pretty bad, but it could change, and it probably will change. Hello everybody, welcome to the special severe weather edition of NoodleWeather. I'm Harrison. It's Sunday, March 18th, 2018. We have a severe weather risk tomorrow, so let's get right into it. March 18th, 2018. Here's the main risk that I've outlined. This is NoodleWeather. This is my outlook. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. For the northern half of the state, Tuscaloosa, Jefferson counties, St. Clair, Calhoun, Pickens, North. That's the places that I would say you have a high chance for some severe weather. And those severe weather, the elements include large hail, very gusty winds, tornadoes, and some tornadoes can be strong. And I don't want to scare anybody with this because a lot of this can change. The models have changed in the past with these kind of outbreaks or severe weather events. They change right before. And tomorrow, absolutely nothing can happen. Or it'll go exactly as planned, and we'll have a giant severe weather event. We'll see. We're just gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to get past. We're gonna have to get past tonight into the morning, and then we'll finally be able to say whether or not we're gonna have a giant day tomorrow. But we'll see. The time frame is 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. for now. In the northern half of the state. For the bottom half of the state, it's a lot more uncertain because it goes kind of back and forth. Isolated severe thunderstorms, I'm going to say. Gusty winds with some storms, and tornado or 2 cannot be ruled out. And that time frame's from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. because the shift of the line kind of bends down, and it takes a while for it to get out of that area right there. But that they definitely have a severe weather risk too, and really nobody around the state is out. But those 2 areas are the 2 areas to watch. The northern 2/3 of the state do have a chance for some significant severe weather tomorrow. Okay, so this is our situation right now. We're under a moderate risk. Let's see if I can get it out here. Storm prediction. We're under a moderate risk of severe weather. There's hail. Moderate risk of severe weather, and right now I'm focusing on a supercell, or something like a supercell, just south of Muscle Shoals and Florence. And right now it's showing actually some pretty strong rotation. So the National Weather Service is probably going to prompt out a tornado warning if that keeps on going. This is a pretty dangerous situation. It would be right here. It'd just be in Colbert County to the southwest of Tuscumbia. It'll move up into possibly Layton and Rogersville, and then maybe if it kept on going and maintained, it would be north of Athens. This is not our main event. The main event comes later, but this is along the warm front. There is a severe thunderstorm warning issued with this, and that's for hail and gusty winds. But I've been watching this one particular cell for a while for the broad rotation that keeps on trying to pop up, and right here, it sure does show that it does have broad rotation right there. If this were a tornado warning, I do not expect it for Limestone County. I expect it for Lauderdale and Colbert counties. If I'm going to spread the link on this real quick, because this is actually kind of important. This is a rather larger severe thunderstorm warning. It expects it to go down for a while. There's another, I'll go down to that. There's another severe thunderstorm warning to the north of Birmingham in Jefferson County. This does have some broad rotation, and I'll circle that. I'll go back up to this, and yeah, that has some hail, that's for sure. And the atmosphere is very unstable down there because it hasn't been with all the clouds that we've had all day. But back here, there's nothing. All right, and that's the problem. This warm front moves out, atmosphere reboils, and then here we go once again with the storms, and that's what we would have going on right there. And this is going to be an early impactor. All right, tornado warning for Colbert County. It's the first tornado warning of the day. It's a radar-indicated rotation, like I've been guiding you through this whole time. It includes Littleville, Alabama, and Layton, Alabama. This is south of Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals, you're going to be hearing the sirens right now. Don't worry about it. This is to the south of you. Same thing for Florence. If this thing keeps on going, it'll eventually end up in Athens. So just saying that. There it is right there. There's the new tornado warning. Let's take a look at it, and yeah, it just looks ominous. I'll be completely honest with you. Oh, that was lightning. Wait for it. Thunder. So I'm gonna let the stream go bye-bye right now. When the tornado watch is issued, I'll get back on stream. But I have a feeling I need to eat something. I need to get ready because this is going to be a long afternoon ahead. Please, if you're in Athens, anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, I beg of you, please, 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 stay safe. Pay attention to WAFF 48, WHNT, Fox 54, Way 31, the National Weather Service radios. If you're in a tornado warning, put a helmet over your head, put hard cover shoes on, or hard-soled shoes on. You have to be prepared for a potentially violent severe weather event this afternoon. So I'll see you guys later in probably about an hour or so. But this is officially round one. So I will see you guys later. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, it's me, Harrison, part with the round 2 of the significant severe weather event for North Alabama. Just to catch you up, we have a moderate risk for the northern half of the state. That includes a 15% hatched tornado risk, along with, you know, basically a standard wind threat with some significant hail in the forecast as well. We do have a moderate risk, and the supercells are starting to fire on in north eastern Mississippi, and this could be a rough day, and we're gonna get through it. It might be a slow, rough day, but we're just gonna get through it. Right now we're under a PDS tornado watch, which means particularly dangerous situation. With those watches, you can they're only 3% of every tornado watch, and in those you can have when one of those are issued, you know that you're going to have long track violent tornadoes, and that they are likely to occur. So the severe thunderstorm warning and it has a tornado possible tag. It's going to include Muscle Shoals, Littleville, Barton, Pleasant Side, Red Bay, Bell Green, Russellville, and Isbell. Looks like this will be mostly a Colbert County storm. It will pass north of Hackleburg and Phil Campbell, so that's good. But it's a classic supercell structure. The National Weather Service in Huntsville has not issued a tornado warning for this yet. No, never mind, they just did it. Yes, tornado warning for, let's see. Tornado warning for Russellville, so that includes, and it's a longer one. It's for Russellville, Littleville, Bell Green, Red Bay, Pleasant Side, and Isbell. It's a radar-indicated tornado, so it's not on the ground yet, or at least we don't know it. We don't think it's on the ground yet. So, tornado warning for Colbert County. This is their second of the day. So they're having quite the day down there. If this would show up here, that'd be great. I'm watching that northern circulation, but now I think they finally realized that looks pretty good. That is the circulation right there crossing over, and they just put the tornado warning. That's right there. And the hook echo, that just looks classic. That includes, Franklin and Colbert counties until 5:30. So it's a 30-minute warning, but it's a long warning. So it does include Pleasant Site, Red Bay, Bell Green, Isbell, Russellville, and Littleville, and Layton. So if you're in any of those places, take your tornado precautions, because this is one of those days where we could have long track, violent tornadoes, and we have to be ready and careful with all of these storms. It's now 5 o'clock. We finally reached 5 o'clock. Today has been just an incredible day in terms of just what has all happened only today. It's been a very, very interesting chain of events. So the funnel cloud or possible tornado is going to be right there, and it's going basically eastbound towards Russellville, and probably in between Russellville to Littleville. So no travel between Russellville and Littleville right there. Be in your safe place. If you're anywhere in the northern parts of Franklin and southern parts of Colbert counties, be in your safe place, because this is a particularly dangerous situation. The point of concern right here is this big supercell that just went through Golden, Belmont, north of Red Bay. The circulation, at least on reflectivity, doesn't look that good, but on this, it looks a lot better. And I'm telling you, Tuscumbia and Muscle Shoals, watch this donut hole. That's some serious rotation. That looks more violent than the rotation in to its south. So this is an area that needs to be watched. Let's see if that was no, it was not. It was not a tornado warning. Something needs to be issued right there. And golly, man, I'm telling you, this right here, and what is it right here? Is that the 2 points of concern? Let's see here. Yes, those two areas right there. So this is your possible tornado right here, and then you have another possible circulation right there, and both are kind of tracking in a more easterly direction than each other. They're kind of going in two separate directions, because the northern storm, this one right here, is separate from it, and it's weaker, so it's going to travel more of a northeastern direction. So we will see with this one as it continues to go this way. Right there is a more violent circulation that is going to go east to Layton. They need to post another tornado warning for that. That's going to go this way, and this circulation, which is broad, but it's right there, it's going to go this way. Yes, thank you. A tornado warning has been issued for Muscle Shoals. That is huge. Golly, it took a while. I've been preaching it for the last couple of minutes. There's another tornado warning for Colbert County, and it's only for Colbert County. It's radar indicated a strong tornado, and that it's a strong indication because it's so tight. It includes Littleville, Layton, Muscle Shoals, and Barton. If you're in any of those places, then you need to get in your safe place because, like I've been saying this entire time, that thing is tornadic. So there is a tornado warning now, and it'll pop up here in a second, from a second storm right here. And it's not necessarily a severe thunderstorm, but it is prompting a strong rotation, a very strong rotation, right there. And they're treating this, and I like what the National Weather Service is doing here, they're treating these like long track tornadoes because of the potential for long track tornadoes. That's why they have such the long warnings. And this one's starting to tighten up a little bit down here too. So it's kind of having a resurgence, and that's what most of these are going to do. They're going to go through cycles and resurgences, if you will. But the tornado right here is going to be in Russellville. It's going into Russellville, so please take your tornado precautions if you are involved in that trek right there. But there is some circulation now over Russellville as we kind of zoom in. Russellville, please take your tornado precautions because right there it looks like it's getting potential tornado right there. And then it's going to keep on moving east-southeast. Yeah, there's another run that would favor a tornado. And I would. So they go for severe thunderstorm warning, looks like. Issues severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale and Limestone counties. And I hope they put the tornado possible tag, yeah. Yeah, tornado is also possible. So they do put that tag on there. So that's going to be the northern parts of Limestone County. So I think Athens is going to get out of this outbreak unscathed. That's a little tighter right there. That'd go towards Elkmont, Leicester. See one new tweet. They're probably going to one more radar run like that, and they might issue a tornado warning. So all of a sudden, it's getting interesting again. Safe place. And there's a tornado warning. So the sirens are going to go off here in a second. There's a tornado warning for Anderson. Yeah, and they finally did it. Tornado warning for Elkmont, Anderson, Leicester, and Lexington. So the sirens will sound in Limestone County. But I do want to say that the threat is going to be Elkmont, Leicester, Anderson. Athens is not involved in the tornado warning. It's going to be to the north. There it is right there. And now we wait for the sirens. So I'll turn off the... there's the sirens going off here in Limestone County. And I'm about to get an eruption. But there it is right there. The eerie sounds of sirens. Because that is a tiny, tight circulation right there. That's going to go due east into Elkmont and Leicester. So if you're in any of those places, go ahead and take your tornado precautions because right after the severe thunderstorm warning was issued, this tornado warning was issued because they noticed it right off the bat. So the tornado warning is going to be to the north, Elkmont, Leicester, and Anderson. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it if you're in Athens. I know the sirens are going off and they need to fix that. They need the sirens only in the part of the polygon, and they were working on that after 2014, but they didn't quite finish it. But it's going to be Elkmont, Leicester, and Anderson. Please get in your safe place right now. So let me just go through what we got right now. Another severe thunderstorm warning was issued for Elkton, Minor Hill into Tennessee, so that's becoming its own little supercell. Looks like a donut hole right there going into Leicester. So that is probably and maybe a tornado on the ground moving towards Leicester and will eventually impact Ardmore. So please, 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 please take your tornado precautions. We also have one down here towards Moulton. And if you were in Moulton, you should have been in your tornado precautions a long time ago, buddy. But we still do have that donut shape right here that's going to go into Leicester and through Ardmore. So that's a good place for that tornado warning. You can still see the donut hole right there. There's the tornado. And I don't know if it's confirmed on the ground. I doubt it is. But it is pretty tight. It's south of Leicester, going towards Ardmore, and it's going pretty fast. So Ardmore getting you a safe place, Elkmont getting you a safe place. That is going to probably be reissued sometime. It expires in 10 minutes. It'll probably be reissued soon. The main part of the cell continues to go this way. So, and then so there's some remnants that are going to go through here. Athens itself is going to get through this unscathed and fine. So that's the good news. But the bad news is that Limestone County is still getting some damage. It looks like the circulation is actually starting to strengthen back up again right there. That'll continue the tornado warning probably. And the donut hole is still continuing to go. Golly, man, that's a tough donut hole. I don't know if we're going to have any. Let's check the correlation coefficient. And yeah, actually, right there might be some possible debris. So, again, you got to watch that because, golly, that's just a perfect donut hole. There's the tornado. All right, so the tornado is moving this way. Elkmont, please take shelter. Ardmore, please take shelter. This is going to be moving across the state line, basically, going this way. So that it was fighting so hard to get some rotation, and finally its poor little dude did get some, and there it goes. It's a big supercell now. It's a big boy now, and there's the donut hole. It's keep on going down there to Ardmore. They need to reissue the warning. They extended it. So a radar indicated tornado, but I'd say radar confirmed tornado now. Yeah, moving that way to South Vinemont, south of Falkville towards I-65. So if you're some way listening to me and you're north of Coleman, between Falkville and South Vinemont, on I-65 or on the highway next to I-65, Highway 31, please take your tornado precautions right now. Get off the road, go to a gas station, do something. Yeah, that is a tornado on the ground north of Elkmont. If you're in Elkmont, please take your tornado precautions because that thing could shift either way. We've learned that in 2014. But yeah, that's going to be a tornado on the ground. That's a northern Limestone County. That is about to be in Ardmore. If you're in Ardmore, I beg, please get in your safe place. Elkmont, you should have been in your safe place. Athens is clear of any tornadoes at the moment. So Athens, I'm going to go ahead and give the all clear to some towns here. Russellville, Littleville, Town Creek, Rogersville, Athens, Lexington, Leicester, St. Joseph, Underwood, Florence, Waterloo, Cherokee, Red Bay, Vena, Hamilton. You are all in the all clear. So right now we're focusing mainly on this part of the state. So as these storms, it's now a downpour with the cell over us that's strengthening. Ardmore, you're probably going to get hit. So I would take those tornado precautions very seriously right now. Go hide from it. There's another severe thunderstorm warning just issued for this cell that's moving northeast into the main supercell, the big old supercell right here. You have one big circulation right here. That's going to eventually go into Falkville and South Vinemont. And I'm going to say it again, Falkville to South Vinemont on I-65 or Highway 31. Do not keep driving. Get out of the car, go to a gas station because there's probably a tornado on the ground headed your way. Southeast. It's a very weird setup for a tornado, but whatever. Just stay with me. Trust me. it's now taking a more northeastern motion, so it's going to go into Ardmore. Ardmore, take your tornado precautions. Take this seriously. Oh boy, you got to take that seriously. It's going to eventually get to north of Hazel Green. So if you're in Hazel Green, watch this very closely. It can take a southeastern turn, so just watch that very, very closely. Yep, that's going to keep on going. That thing is still very strong. It's right there, and they cut it down even more. So the sirens might be sounding in Madison County again, which is good. Kind of needs to do that. So I think this whole time, please don't tell me this whole time I've been telling you wrong. Fairview and Bailey, it's going to go in between Fairview and Baileyton. Fairview, Baileyton, and Holly Pond, get into your safe places right now. Might have been a little off on that. Tornado warning including Hazel Green, New Market, and Flintville, Tennessee. So it continued the tornado warning, and blah, 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 blah. We'll see it pop up here in a second. Coleman EMA reports a tornado on the ground near Coleman, or in Coleman County. Let's take a look at that. Or no, there's another one. That looks like another tornado warning might be issued here for Coleman. There's the new possible one right there. And then we have the big boy right here going into Fairview. It's going to be moving maybe into Coleman, so you need to watch that, Coleman. We have a lot of overlapping tornado warnings. Man, that hook echo continues to just... It kind of kept... Yeah, it's keep on going. This is going to be to the north of Hazel Green. So if you're the north part of Madison County, please watch that, because especially New Market, you need to watch that, as that'll go into Jackson County eventually if that stays on the line. So that's going to go to the north of Good Hope and the south of Coleman, and I think that circulation near Fairview and Baileyton is starting to weaken. So I think that'll do it for the NoodleWeather stream for now. You're probably wondering why. Well, most of my viewers come from Athens, Limestone, Lauderdale, a little bit of Madison, and I will give a last couple of updates right here. This couplet, which is looking even worse now, is moving this way. So if you're north of Hazel Green, please get in your safe space. North of New Market. Baileyton, Holly Pond, you should have been in your safe place a while ago. And then Coleman and Good Hope, I want you to get into your safe place as well. So yeah, today was a tornado outbreak, and the tornado outbreak will continue throughout the night. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on throughout the entire night. And so, yeah, I will see you guys in the next severe weather event. So, guys, that was the March 19th, 2018 stream. Wow. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. That was probably the most intense noodle weather I've ever done. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching.